Hello everybody, my name is Merc, and today I am checking out Defense Technica, which is a newly released game developed by Kuno Interactive, which is a Korean company, and published by Devolver Digital. This game is a tower defense that is kind of similar to Defense Grid in that you're not using mazes for the most part in this game, even though in Defense Grid there was some amazing levels. This tower defense in particular almost entirely relies on its level design. And some people may not appreciate that, but I don't think that mazing is like the best types of tower defense. And if you're unsure what mazing is in this context, I mean like causing a bunch of towers in a row to make a maze, causing the enemies to take the longest path possible. Now there is some mazing in this game, but it's certainly not mazing levels of like Field Runners 2 or any other tower defenses you may know that involve a lot of mazing. It's heavily based on the level design, and you will see that in the future as I continue on. So let's first go to the options screen. As always, check out the settings first. There's some basic graphic quality settings, and that's pretty much all you need really, because it's not too intensive in my opinion, and it doesn't need much more than this in my opinion, but you know, there's some other people who might think otherwise. There's also volume sliders, which is a little weird because you can't actually just click there. You need to press the arrows. It's a little weird, but whatever. And yeah, that's it for the options. There's also quick how to play and controls with fully rebindable keys. Now, one thing that I don't understand is it tells me I have recover and ether bomb or ether bomb, and I try to use these in game and it doesn't do anything. So I'll try again, but yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. Another weird thing is there's also a game speed setting, and I've rebinded them to G and F. They're usually minus and the equal sign, which is a little weird placement. I do find this very weird though, because it's just two speeds. Why don't we just toggle it with one button rather than, you know, having to set it with two? That's my opinion anyway, as well as some tactical info such as pathing, enemy pathing and health, and then your tower info, which I think it shows range and I guess just range of the towers, since you don't really have health. Your towers can be destroyed if you block too much of the creep's movement, but yeah, there's not like a health bar for the towers. And speaking of towers, there's also tower information for each of your towers here, telling you exactly what they do, what they're effective against bio enemies and light enemies, and ineffective against mechanic and heavy. And there's just your typical stuff here, so let's go through them. There's barricades for making mazes, of course, and there's submachine guns, stabbers, which are just melee things that are good against mechanics, flamethrower towers, which is AoE, only ground, and then ray gun, which is only ground, homing, which is airborne enemies, of course, mortars, which is for ground, and magnums for slow. So I'm not sure if there's more towers after this, but you can upgrade your towers. You don't upgrade your towers, well, you do upgrade your towers in game, but you first have to unlock the ability, and basically to unlock the ability you just progress further enough into the levels where they decide, hey, you can now upgrade your towers, but then you have to go into the towers outside of the game and upgrade them from here. So I've already upgraded my machine gun tower once, so now when I go into the game I can upgrade it in the game, and it still costs, you know, the typical amount that you would expect for upgrading a tower to level 2. But if you do not upgrade it using these medals that you get for beating the level, as you can see I have 16 here, then you will not be able to upgrade them in game. So that's a little bit weird. Then there's also a good amount of enemy types, as well as some bosses that you can see here. And they're all split into bio light, bio heavy, mechanic light, mechanic heavy, air light, air heavy, and then boss types, of course. And I've only encountered one boss thus far. I thought this was a boss earlier, but apparently it's not. It's a transport ship that deploys light fighters. So enough of all of that. Let's go show off some of the game. So I'm not going to do the first level for sure. What I will show is this level, but I don't think I'm going to do this level. First I'm going to show off the tower unlock system. So basically once you have enough medals and once you progress enough in the game, it'll say, hey, you can unlock your towers now. And then you just choose which one you want to upgrade. And each one costs 10 of these medals to upgrade. So you can only upgrade, so you can only be able to have level 2 of certain, of so many towers, of course. So I've upgraded my submachine gun tower because usually the machine gun towers are the ones people use the most, or I use the most, since they're the most basic. I found stabbers are kind of, I don't really like using stabbers at all, but they're kind of almost necessary in that they're only, they're one of the few things that are particularly good against mechanics, or yeah, mechanic type enemies. And yeah, actually, I think they are the only thing that's really effective against mechanic type enemies. That's a little weird. I didn't really notice that. I wonder if there are more towers that you can unlock, because basically when you first start this, these are the towers you see, but these are the you can't use them all from the start. You slowly progress and unlock more and more, and I will show you how that works in game. So I'm just gonna upgrade my flame tower because I use my flame towers a lot. So now that I did that, I can now upgrade my flame tower to level 2 in game, and we will just show off this level. But I expect I'm gonna want to do another level. Actually, we'll see how it goes. I tried this, and this level's a pain in the ass. Okay, I got an error. For some reason, whenever I try to record with this game, it's popping up a lot of errors, like Windows 7 actual. Like, this program has failed to stop working. That time it was COM surrogate. I have no idea what that means. I've never seen that before. And when I was trying to record using OBS, this wasn't like actually. OBS kept shutting down, so now I'm using Dxtory again. But that's neither here nor there. So as you can see, this is a general map design of one of the levels. This is probably the most complicated map that I've seen thus far. And you can see some of the examples of the mazing here. You can see the pathing that the enemies have to take, and then the core all the way over here. Now it's not like Defense Grid where they take cores from this area and then bring it back. What they do is they actually just attack the core outright, and you have to make sure you have enough defenses here to kill everything that is attacking your core. So you can alter the pathing of the enemies like I mentioned before, and basically all you have to do is just put some barricades in the way. Now, enemies won't come until you build your first tower, so I'm not going to build anything just yet. I'm just going to explain a bit more. This is the first level that I've encountered this. There are these towers here that I'm zooming into that you can't like sell or destroy or anything. The only way they can get rid of these is when the enemy gets rid of them. But thankfully it seems you can maze around them, and then they will prefer to attack these ones rather than your actual towers. I've never had to. When I did this level last, they didn't attack any of my actual towers. They just went through the entire maze that I made for them. And I will show you an example of that as soon as I can remember how I did this maze. So I think I went, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Okay, wait, just get a good check here. Where do they start off from? So over here first, so I'm gonna come over here. What I ended up doing is I made them go all the way like this and then go all the way around like that. So I think I'm gonna try that same plan because it worked out pretty well. So in order to do that, are they going to come back over here at all? I don't think so. I don't think they are. So I think I'm just going to barricade off this area, and then I'm going to build some defenses right here, but I'm going to focus my defenses all over here for the most part. So to do that, I'm going to barricade right here. Barricade right here. I should have explained this a bit more because now that I've started building, they are spawning, like I mentioned earlier. So basically, you can use Q, Z, C, and S to, you know, build these towers if you really wanted to, but I find it just much easier to use the mouse. Like I'm pressing D right now, and then that's not going to do anything. I think I have to press Enter or Space. Okay, I have to press Enter and Space, or Space rather, to get the building to be built. Now what's weird is this narrator lady that you hear. She doesn't shut up ever. So these guys are going to destroy this barricade, and I'm going to let it happen. They're going to continue all the way over here until they get to my main defenses over here, which is kind of what I want. And then my flame tower and upgraded Gatling tower will take them out. Submachine gun tower rather. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I want to barricade off this part. Let's put another, oops, did I just, okay, I didn't build anything. I was worried for a second there. Barricade off this. Okay, so now they're going to be attacking here, and then every time an enemy dies, this is a neat feature, they drop a little cube here that you can see, and then what you do is you just mouse over them to collect, or you can use this little center hexagon shape thing to just mouse over using the W, A, S, and D keys. Now I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'm pretty sure this is available on iOS devices, because this is for PC and Mac. I am fairly confident. I'm not sure about Linux, but of course it'll be in the title. When I upload it, I'll definitely double check that all the time because that is important. But yeah, as you can see, there's a huge army of enemies now, and they're gonna start. They're gonna plow their way through here, and I'm gonna get real worried really quick. Kind of feel like I should upgrade something. Oh, I can upgrade my tower, my flame tower. Forgot about that. Okay, so hopefully this will be a lot of guys that are set on fire. Wow, that just demolished those guys. That was good. I'm surprised that that did that well. So I'm going to keep building flame towers near these barricades that they're going to destroy, because obviously if they're attacking those barricades, they're going to stand still and just get set on fire repeatedly, which is good for me, for sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to beat this level. Last time I actually tried to beat this level, I got very far. There's 32 waves, as you can see down here, but I actually died towards the end. This is not necessarily an easy tower defense game, but maybe some of you guys might find it easy. I don't know. For me, it's just the right difficulty level. Oftentimes, like, the first few waves are difficult enough, like where you have to rethink your strategy multiple times in order to figure out what is the most effective way for beating that first couple waves, because normally it won't be enough to just plant 2 towers and then, you know, just twiddle your thumbs until a couple waves later. That is not how it's going to work in this game. There's going to be a lot of trial and error, I feel, in the first well, not in the first levels, but in the later levels for sure. And what's another weird thing is they actually spawn you with some towers. So as you can see, this is a slowing tower that just started, and if I wanted to, I can sell this, but this is already upgraded to level 2, so there's not much of a reason for me to sell it, aside for some quick change if I really needed it. But sometimes, as I was mentioning, the first waves are actually very difficult, so I have sold the towers that they give you at the start of the map just so I can have extra change, and therefore putting towers in the places I feel are more important, because oftentimes they'll put towers like towards the end of the core here. So this is a level 2 machine gun, level 2 flamer right here. So yeah, I got a lot of money, so I should probably start building my maze a bit more. So let's put, oh, I don't need a barricade there just yet. Try to save my money as much as possible. Let's put a flamer here. Oh, I just put a barricade. If you put a barricade there, it actually wastes 25 for every time, because even if you sell the barricade, you don't get any money back. So that's something you got to consider when you are playing this. And then I'll put a barricade here as well. Barricades are not like entirely useless though, because of course they help you with mazing. But you know, if you're gonna put a tower there anyway, there's definitely no reason for you to put a barricade there in the first place. So now that this is all set up over here, once they finally do break through that barrier, eventually they will break through that barrier, then they'll continue onwards, and then they'll be stuck at this barrier, and we will rinse and repeat what we've been doing, basically. Okay, so they have broken through this barrier now. It's a little scary, but I think I'll be okay for now. Let's upgrade this as well, and let's put this as a machine gun tower as well. And then let's put a barricade here, so this is going to force them to change their path again. Every time you put a new tower down, it actually just changes, it makes the enemies stop a little bit to rethink their path, because sometimes, you know, they will have to take an entirely new path, but most of the time, you know, they will just stand there for a second to be like, oh, I'm continuing on the way I was going anyway, which is a little weird, but that's fine. So as you can see, there's some shielded enemies here, and I think the ray weapon, oh, I have mortars. I didn't even realize that I had mortars for this, though. I probably should use those. Oh, that's a good mortar spot. But I'm going to put one over here, I think. The one with the extreme range is the anti-air, and I just realized there are enemies who are coming through the air, and this is, you can see these arrows are showing you where the air enemies spawn. So let's put a homing SAM there. Okay. See, again, I'm not sure why this lady has to explain to me every time that SAMs are anti-aircraft towers, because I was kind of already aware of that fact, and they tell you every single time. So it's pretty annoying, but I'm not sure if there's any way to turn it off. That's kind of why I'm mentioning it. But even then, you can just turn down the sound if it's really that big of a deal to you. So this seems to be doing pretty good, but I imagine this barricade's going to fall really soon, so I need to do something about that. They're going to be stuck at this one next, of course. And there it is, that's the barricade falling. So it's going to put another flamer here, because we're dealing mostly with ground units, and I feel flamers are very effective. Except for, okay, I was just going to say except for the fact that it's not going at all. And you got to remember to collect all those little energon cubes, for lack of a better word, because they will disappear if you're not quick enough. And they are breaking through my defenses much too quickly for me. It's kind of Kind of really unfortunate for me. Let's put the Gatling here, I guess. I don't know. I'm not feeling good about this one. Oh, shit. I need to barricade this because I haven't barricaded it. Okay, so now they're going to turn around. Actually, these guys are going to continue destroying that barricade, but they're going to turn around and go this way now. This is not going very well for me, unfortunately. I imagine that this is going to... Actually, I'm on wave 30 of 32, so if I can just hold out a tiny bit longer, then I can actually probably... do something. We can do something. Let's put another flame tower there. Man, I'm really worried about how this is going to turn out, because I still have like a whole wave of enemies to go through. And a boss right here as well that's just slowly trotting his way forward. Let's put a flame there. Yeah, this isn't going good, because now they're going to start attacking my core. Now I can press R to apparently oh, this... what? Oh, okay, so you have to hold it. Okay, so then B is bomb. Oh, and you have to hold the B button to bomb. Oh, what the hell? Does it just bomb around the core? I think that's what it is. Okay, so this second, can I repair again? So the second little bar here you see is the ether. And that is like, I don't know, it's transferable depending on what you want. So you can use either to heal your core, or you can use it to set off a bomb, as you just saw me do. So that's pretty neat. That is a feature that is not in many other tower defense games. I'm just going to keep putting flame towers, I think, in these spots, because honestly I don't know what else to do at this point. I am on wave 31, and as you can see there's a weather little system up at the top. Oh man, this isn't looking good. Am I going to lose right here? Repair! Oh my god. I just repaired in just amount of time. Repair again! Repair again! This is the first time I've ever actually had to use the repair. This is the first time I've successfully used the repair, now that I mention it. Oh, is this guy gonna die? Is this guy gonna die? I have 0 ether left, or either. I feel like I'm going to live. Is there another boss? Yeah, there's one more boss, and I think that's about it. And these flying guys have been just getting taken out by this level 2 Gatling and level 1 Sam Tower. Actually, that's level 2 Sam Tower as well. I surprisingly just beat this level. This is like 14%, which is crazy. But I didn't expect to beat it. Maybe I'll check out the next level, but if it seems like too much to start off with, or too much at one time, because I'm the type of person that wants to play through the level like almost 100% completion. This is very scary. Am I gonna do this? Uh-oh. Oh my god, I didn't do it. Well, so much for that. As I was saying, we're gonna try out the next level. We're not gonna try out the next level. We're gonna go back to a previous level. I can't believe I lost on the last enemy. So that just goes to show you how difficult this game is. I thought I was doing pretty well there, but then the last couple waves just like tore me a new one, so that's unfortunate. So this level is pretty cool, but this level has absolutely no mazing in it at all. The maze is already set and you just put towers along it. This level is entirely anti-air, and I actually enjoyed this level quite a bit, but I just basically used SAM towers and cheated it because my SAM towers are upgraded. This level has probably the most mazing out of any other level thus far. This level has a bit of mazing, but even then it's not like any at all. And this level has like a small little introduction to mazing, but even then, like I said, it's nothing. If you are a tower defense like expert and you are looking for a game that involves a lot of mazing of your towers, this is not the game for you, unfortunately. But if you're looking for a newer type of tower defense that is, you know, just like has some decent graphics and some new ideas, and this could be it. I enjoyed this, so we're gonna try this anti-air level because I enjoyed this. So I can sell these homing SAMs if I really wanted to. I think they're gonna start off. Well, it shows you which way they're gonna start off. So they're first gonna come from over here. So I think I'm gonna put a SAM tower right there, and then we're gonna go. So I'm pressing G to speed up time, and then I can press F later to slow it down anytime I want. But again, that really should be able to be toggled if they're only gonna have 2 settings. Like I can understand if you have more than 2 settings, then making it 2 different buttons. But if it's only the 2, then why don't you just toggle it? But whatever, that's a little nitpick. That's nothing too important. Let's put another SAM tower here. I think they're gonna still come from this side. Yes, they are. So this should be a very easy level for me because it was last time, really. I did take a bit of core damage last time I did this, so see if we can avoid that, but it's a pretty difficult level to avoid core damage entirely. But to lose, if you have even just a shitload of homing Sams on this level, I don't think it's even like possible for you to lose. Maybe though, I don't know. This is probably the easiest level that I've encountered this far, so, and yes, see I just got damaged by my core. So if I really wanted to, I could definitely just heal that right now, but there's really no point because it's going to probably use like 20 ether for restoring 3% of the health, and that's hardly important at this stage. I haven't even mentioned really the weather. I mentioned that there is a weather system, so as you can see it's being affected right now. The visibility is reduced on this type of like cloudy weather, so therefore my anti-air has been like nerfed a little bit in its effectiveness, so that's unfortunate. I'm gonna get a bunch of anti-air towers here. And then there are some other weather conditions, so I think I can pull it up. Is it how to play that tells you about the weather? So, of course, there is a whole how to play section here. Oh, here it is. So, clear basic weather, cloudy, range of gun type mortar towers is reduced by 30%. Rain, the power of ray guns and flame towers is decreased by 30%. An electrical storm, the range of magnums is diminished by 30%. So magnums are the slowing towers that you saw in the previous level with the green field around it. So basically the weather doesn't play a huge role, and as far as I know the weather is not like randomly generated or anything like that. The weather will always be set the same no matter what, no matter, as long as you're on, you know, that level, the same level. So it doesn't add a whole amount of depth to the game at all, really, but it's I guess it's a small little feature that is not in many other games, so kudos for them for trying. That's pretty much what I'm getting at, I guess. Let's upgrade some more of my stuff, I guess. Let's do this one. And then this one. So as you can see, this level is pretty damn easy once you have some upgraded towers, because these are supposed to be the harder units, the harder flying units, and even then they're just like, they're a pushover. I thought, like, the first time I did this, it's like, let's do a Gatling towers and air towers, and then I realized, no point in having Gatling towers at all. One thing I do want to point out is you don't have to set your loadout going into the level like you have to in some tower defense games. You just have all the towers that you need at all times, so you don't have to really worry about that at all. Let's upgrade this one as well. And I think all of my towers except for these two and that one is upgraded. So I thought this was a boss the first time I encountered it. That is not so. Oh, we're done this level already. Wow, that was much quicker. I guess I had it on ×2 speed the whole time. But yeah, as you can see, wow, I only got 2 stars there and no medals, but I'm sure medals only get awarded for actually beating a level you've never done before. Oh, I just realized there's 8 out of 10 medals here, so I could have been doing much better, apparently. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I've showed pretty much all there is to show off. I'm pretty sure this is not amazing tower defense game. Even in the future levels, I can imagine there being multiple paths, like in this Deadly Canyon level, but there's not going to be straight up amazing throughout the whole thing. That just doesn't seem like it's in this game. And as you can see down here, it shows you what towers are available in each level. So the only tower I haven't used yet is the laser tower, and even then, the laser tower just gets rid of shields as far as I know, so that doesn't seem too interesting to me. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I haven't enjoyed it maybe as much as some other tower defense games I played, but I've certainly enjoyed it enough, and I hope you guys did too, and I will see you next time.